Once elected, we will get to the bottom of the Epstein list. The Epstein files are on my desk. There's nothing important in the files. It's a hoax. Investigate the Democrats. They're the only ones involved. The Epstein files have become this huge distraction. They roll it out every few months to take the attention away from the economy, the AI grift, the manipulated wealth transfer via crypto, wars, cover-up, inside job assassinations. But I'm going to be real. They got me. They got me good because I am fully distracted. Let's go.
Slobber on the knob.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kim, joined by my co-host, Mr. Peter Saddington.
Sorry. Oh, wow. Welcome to the podcast, my friends. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. Stroke the like button gently, SARS, if you know what I mean, with your tongue.
Let us know where you are from, because today... Hey, look.
Sorry.
It's almost like we've been asking for a glimpse of the files, and they just gave us a glimpse. And I'm like, holy shit, no wonder they didn't want to see it. You know what I mean?
Well, we wanted to see the files, but not like this. Not like this, guys. Not like this.
I mean, we're gonna go through a lot of it. Is something wrong with my mic?
I sound pretty good.
It sounds fine.
Yeah, sounds fine to me. Let's keep rolling by.
We're gonna get into the files today, and we're gonna discuss what we think. I don't know how much of you read. I read a good amount of it.
I threw it through ChatGPT and Google LM. So,
but it is these people.
Gay. That was Will.
Dude. Number one question: have they been covering this up?
Clearly. It seems like, and how you introduced today's podcast was absolutely spot on. They only bring up Epstein in moments when they need to distract us from other things.
And it works.
It works because we all know he didn't kill himself. We all know he's Mossad. We all know he was blackmailed. We all know this. We all know, and we want to know the specifics. And so when they pull it away from us, we're like, Arr. And then when we get hyped up on something else, we're like, oh, and then they're like, oh, Epstein again. And it's like, okay, fine, tell me. And then it's a bunch of cack smacking.
We were asking for the Epstein files because we thought that in it we would get this kind of list of here are all the pedos, these are all the bad people, these are the ones that were messing with the young girls, and this is how they did. This is what we expected to get.
Yes.
But instead, we got to look behind the veil of how the rich and the powerful really communicate, operate, and the types of deals that they do, how they manipulate the media, how they manipulate finance, how they manipulate art, how they launder money, how they talk about each other, how they try to change the perception of the public. And we saw more corruption, more than we saw the list of people that were diddling the girls.
So let me ask you this, Matt. Are you really surprised, though?
No, but...
I mean, their internal chats are basically the same type of internal chats that any group of dudes, locker room talk, has. And so the content of the conversations that we saw did not surprise me. Like the lewdness, the terseness, the let's just say the words, the sexual innuendo used, these types of things. Like, this did not surprise me. What surprised me is the specifics of how they're literally controlling the strings of policymakers.
Yes.
That was shocking.
There is this, I think it's easy to see kind of these clips going around and see kind of these snapshots that people are putting out there and take it literally within the context of only what you read. But really what we got was basically a look inside the group chat of the rich and the powerful. Because you can't just take one email or one message and be like, look, he's guilty. This is what he did. Because it's like a group chat. There is innuendo, there is sarcasm, there are jokes, there are things that people say that maybe that you can't take literally. You actually have to read it as a body of work.
Yes, you do.
You need pattern recognition to get a feel of really what they're saying. And I think the most hilarious thing that my takeaway from this, the most hilarious thing of all of it is not the blowjob, which is hilarious.
What are you talking about, Matthew? What are you talking about?
The most hilarious thing is that at the end of all these fucking guys' emails is this is confidential information and you cannot share this and no one else can read this. I'm like, dude, the most rich and powerful people in the world thought that a one paragraph disclaimer at the end of their emails can protect them. And this is by far the most hilarious thing.
It just shows how human. It just look.
They're just people. Number one, it's so
exactly, and I think this point is worth sitting on for just a moment. Your politicians, your leaders, your influencers are just flesh and blood, like you and I. They're a bunch of retards who have no idea what they're doing, and you look at their chickadee chat. What do you see? The same type of banter, the same type of frustration, the same type of shenaniganry, the same type of retardation that we see in every group chat of a 16-year-old, 17-year-old teenage boy with his homies and talking about football practice. It's the same thing, except in the 16 and 17-year-old teenage boy group chat, they're talking about railing Patty and railing Samantha.
Well,
in the politicians group chat, they're talking about blowing up Palestinians. Like that's the only difference.
I mean, I remember when early on in this administration, Pete Hegseth got caught in that Signal chat, and it got leaked, and they were like joking about blowing up people, and it's like, dude, just because it's an encrypted chat does not mean that people can't just take a picture of it and screenshot it. It's so stupid that they thought they could have private conversations on a phone and it would never get caught. But this is the same thing. I don't know if you can pull this up, Will.
All right, let's do it. Is this the Trump thing?
No. Is he going to get it? He's working on it. I'm just going to read it. Please note, the information contained in this communication is confidential, may be attorney-client privilege, may constitute inside information, and is intended only for the use of the addressee. It is a property of JEE. Unauthorized use, disclosure, or copying of this communication or any part thereof is strictly prohibited and may be unlawful. If you have received this communication error, please notify us immediately by return email or by email to jeevacation@gmail.com and destroy this communication and all copies thereof, including all attachments. Copyright, all rights reserved. And Jeffrey Epstein attached this to the bottom, and I've seen a lot of people in finance and in law and accounting have this disclaimer at the bottom of their email, like it means something.
Like it means something.
And Jeffrey Epstein put it into everyone's email. Every email that he sent, he had this on the bottom. Because if you go through 2,600 pages of the Epstein files that were released, 26,000.
This is the most consistent thing?
Yeah, like 10,000 pages are this.
Yeah.
Because
exactly,
it's just in every single email.
Exactly. And it's not even well formatted.
And
it's like a bad copy pasta job.
And this is all it took for him to put onto an email, and people are like, "Oh yeah, we're like committed fraud. Oh yeah, we committed laundry because you can't share it because I just put the disclaimer on there."
Yeah. Because the email has this paragraph, "I'm safe now."
I am safe. No one can ever read this.
It's totally safe, guys. Look, and again, please don't misunderstand my previous point. They're just humans.
Yes.
Flesh and blood, just like you and I, which makes it a double-edged sword. Number one, they're just as retarded as your next-door neighbor, Nancy. Okay? Yeah. Same. And
your next-door neighbor, Karen, by the way.
Next-door neighbor, same. Right? So not only are they just as retarded as your next-door neighbor, Karen, but they talk and engage in rudeness and banter just like you do with your homies. There's no difference. So to show them any reverence, to show them any respect, to show them any type of... No. You've lost it on me. There's nothing different. There's nothing... you could take those chats, copy-paste them into our chats, The only difference is we're not killing babies.
This, it's true. All
Am
right.
I wrong? Am I wrong? Too soon?
This podcast episode was brought to you by VP.net, the only VPN that can't spy on you. How do we get here? Will, can you play this clip of this compilation of what led to this moment that we are in today?
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
There are a lot of people who are knee-deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
Breaking news right now. You're going to see some Epstein information being released.
I'm not going to withhold information from the American public ever, but I'm also not going to rush to get it out there in a format in which they can't rely on it.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged.
Matt, I distinctly remember our episode many moons ago where we owed this man an apology.
Correct. We were wrong.
And you know what? I'm having flashbacks and I feel bad. I feel bad that I have dragged Mr. Epstein's name through the mud. Clearly, there's no list, nothing to see here.
Well, so far, what we got was a dump, and it was given by the Epstein estate. And they released it, and it is on. For anyone that has not seen it, you can go to the House Oversight Committee website, and you can actually see them in real time. There are several other people that have taken their information and put them through an AI, make it a little more searchable, easier if you want to do that. His spelling is horrible. So if you search certain keywords, you may not find them, although they're there.
He went to a LeBron James middle school and high school.
Trump is mentioned, I think, 1,000-something times.
Ooh, that's a lot of name dropping right there.
But there are no direct email communications with Trump. Caveat. Also, a lot of the times that he was mentioned is not necessarily them talking about him specifically, but of them sharing articles about Trump amongst themselves. It's almost like the way I read it, because I read a lot of it. The way it really seems is like there is this group chat, there is this network of people. Trump is involved, at least in the know, with these people because they refer to him in kind of, hey, Trump's there, Trump is this, Trump that. And no one in the emails goes, oh, you know Trump? Right? It's common knowledge that Epstein and Trump know each other. You can tell by the communications. They referred it and they sent a lot of information to Epstein in regards to Trump. So he's kind of the connection between a lot of this network of people between Epstein and Trump. Like, this is clear.
The way the communication flowed made it obvious that there was a lot that didn't need to be said.
Correct.
Because the relationship has already been established.
Correct.
Unlike the shooter of Charlie Kirk, who detailed everything in his chat logs with his lover. Seems odd that you would, with such relational equity and deep relationship with your lover, that you would be overly verbose in your explanation of what happened. Anyway, continue, sir.
So a lot of it is kind of in reference to him as a third party. He is not directly in there admitting to do anything. So I think people need to take that with just a little grain of salt. Because I saw the left media being like, oh, Trump's like so guilty because he's in there. Well, if it's a bunch of guys and they're like, oh yeah, anyone got the picture of Trump with the girl in the bikini, like it can mean anything.
Fair enough. But there is this idea of guilty by association.
Yes.
And we have been guilty ourselves of leveraging that model with Diddy, with Epstein. And so for us to pull back on this would not be fair, but let's just be honest. It seems like, let's be fair and factual. Trump is a known entity to this group. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, so he's a known entity. That's what we know.
Yeah, for sure. He is within the network of people. They refer to him in a way that it's like if you have a group chat.
He's chummy.
Yeah, if you have a group chat with like 10 guys and one leaves because of whatever reason. Rage quits or leaves for another reason or gets a job and doesn't want to be associated. For whatever reason, one of the people in the group chat leaves the group chat. People still talk and refer to the person that left the group chat, although he's not actually in the group chat.
This is true.
It's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. And it won't be often, but there will be, but everyone knew that that person was there, so they'll refer to them now and again.
Yeah.
That happens.
Dude.
Where's he going? He's like, should I get into it now? Should I get into the picture that you were scarred with the first 15 seconds of our podcast?
Dude, there's...
Is this where we're going?
Dude.
Okay, can I give a little preface? Let me say a little tidbit. So I don't
even know I want to talk about it. I don't even know how to transition to it because, like, number one, the imagery of it is so disgusting. Can we have Alex Jones lead into it?
Yes.
Maybe that's the best way to do it. Let's let Alex Jones lead into it.
Alex Jones?
7 years ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
No video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding-dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
Look at Owen's face. Owen's face is the best. He's like, am I really making this mental decision right now? What the fuck are you doing?
So 7 years ago, Alex Jones, again, I don't know how his hit rate on just crazy shit is so high, but he talked about this video and this idea of President Trump.
Look,
doing that thing.
There are, and you guys can find this, Alex Jones trackers. And the last time that I visited the site, Alex Jones was at a 93% hit rate. like if the guy is 90% right 90% of the time, like, it would not be obtuse for us to say, number one, what content and what video did you see? But number two, why was that germane to the conversation? So it makes one wonder, because remember, everybody knew what the diddler was doing. The diddler was diddling, right? Everybody knew, but nobody really said anything. So let me ask you this, Matt. Could this be a case where everybody kind of knows that was the one deed that was kind of done back in the day, but you don't talk about it, because it's like, don't talk about it?
I mean, people that aren't fully aware, there is definitely within the emails and chats a reference to Trump blowing Clinton. He says Bubba.
He says Bubba, but let me give you my...
And Jeffrey Epstein's brother came and said, no, that's another Bubba. I'm just saying, all right.
Sure.
There's another Bubba.
Sure. So I will give you my 25 minutes of going to the House Oversight Committee, downloading it, putting it up in a PDF because it's the easiest thing to do, and then throwing it into Google Notebook. And I asked Google a very simple query. I said, is there evidence to suggest that sexual conduct or sexual things have happened? And Google Notebook came back to me with this quote verbatim. There is evidence to suggest that fellatio. There is evidence to suggest that fellatio and sexual innuendo points to this fellatio. That's what Google Notebook AI came back to me with 2 words. Let me repeat them. Sexual innuendo and fellatio.
3 words.
3 words. Off my rock. God. So is Google wrong? Is Google Notebook AI wrong?
No, the AI's woke. It's the AI's fault.
Okay. All I saw was sexual innuendo and fellatio was the way that it communicated to me. So I feel like let's just say the documentation is directionally correct towards pointing towards something. So is this the beginning of the end?
I mean,
is this the beginning of the end? Because remember, we have this thing. It goes like this. It goes, Epstein everybody's crazy. And then they don't give us anything. And then we start plodding along and they're like, oh, new crisis that we want to have them not look at. Epstein. Oh, and then we focus on that. So this is like this whiplash cycle. And I feel like, now I could be wrong, that this revelation of Trump potentially doing fellatio seems like a controlled demolition of his character. Kind of like a World Trade Center building number 7. I mean, controlled demolition.
Because the argument is that, well, that's not Bill Clinton because they called him Bubba. And that can't be him because there's another Bubba that it's within their circle, apparently, because they use nicknames for the same nickname for people within the network, apparently. Number 1.
All I know is that if your name is Bill, you're also known as Bubba.
If there is a group of friends and a group of network of people, you don't use the same nickname for 2 people.
No, never happened.
That's just not how it works.
Not how it happens.
Someone has to give in and someone's that guy. And just for reference, Steve Bannon is in the files and in the emails a ton. And they refer to him as Stevie B.
That makes sense.
And they refer to Clinton as Bubba. But in the one time that they talk about blowjobs, it's not him.
The one time.
It's not him.
Stop saying blowjobs. Fellatio.
I don't know what's worse, actually.
No, fellatio is...
While you suck on the straw, go for it.
Guys, I know this is not a mental image that you want to have.
No, don't do it again.
But dude,
don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Your president, your Trump, your orange man.
No.
What is his dance?
Allegedly.
Wait, am I not emulating the dance like to the T, Matt? Am I wrong in this?
And his favorite song is not YMCA.
That's right. I mean, isn't his dance? I mean,
so
we've always wondered what he's
within the emails. We know for sure that there is affinity for girls. They don't actually mention the age of girls, so that's kind of a jump. Within those files, although the allegations and what we believe is that they were trafficking young women, there is no reference to that within these emails, actually.
Fair enough, yes.
Right? There are allusions to things that can be construed as such, but it does require a little bit of logic. It takes a little bit of logic gymnastics in order to get there. There's nothing clearly that says these files show that they were trafficking women.
I disagree. I disagree. What you're saying is that someone who reads these chat logs and this documentation requires mental gymnastics to logically create plausibility that there's dick sucking.
No, I didn't say that. That's in there for sure. I'm talking about the trafficking of girls and women.
Okay, forever.
Yes.
So, I disagree still. You do not need mental gymnastics or any type of machination in thinking to know that these men were doing evil things.
Yes, they were doing evil things.
You don't need to conjure up a scenario. We know this. And so I disagree wholeheartedly with you with this whole idea that we actually have to think hard about Epstein. We don't. Epstein was a terrible man who blackmailed people. Bill Clinton was one of the best examples with Monica Lewinsky, right? And we continue to see other examples similarly. So I'm not giving Donald Trump a pass. I want everyone in America to realize that your Trump, your leader, your American president potentially was on his knees.
Again,
with Bill Clinton.
I don't disagree with any of that. What I am saying, though, is that there is no evidence within those files to connect one to the trafficking. Is there enough evidence or at least suggestion to connect people of wealth and power to illegal activity and to corruption? Yes, 100%.
Yes.
But to link them via these files alone to the trafficking of women, I don't think there's anything there for that.
Fair. I agree. There is no smoking gun. There's no specificity.
No.
But it is clear that there are a bunch of
people doing bad things.
Miscreants. Yes. There are a bunch of miscreants. Yes.
I think the one thing that people say is, Epstein says to, I forget who it was, send me a picture of you and the child. But you need more context. It could literally be maybe he had a new kid. I want to see your kid. It could. We don't know. There's just not enough context there to have any other to take that as such.
Your balance in your commentary is understood and well respected, Matt. But I think you go a little too far. You're giving him way too much grace. I have zero grace for these men. They need to boil in the rotting feces that the Talmud says Jesus is sitting in.
I think that because Epstein he understands that he's getting information, that this is a chat. I don't see anything in there within the pattern of what I've read to say that he is so reckless that he's going to start asking for like kids' pictures in the emails.
Fair enough.
It would seem out of character and a huge mistake on his part.
Oh, for sure. Because
there's no pattern to say that this is what he was doing. He was not using his official email to trade women.
Yes. And he was also doubly protected by that paragraph at the bottom.
Correct. That paragraph was there.
If he didn't have that paragraph, he'd be fucked.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a lot of bad things going on. For example, I remember seeing the one email chain about MBS.
Oh, yeah.
And how he had a $15 million, $1.5 million piece of art. And Trump bought it for, he sold it to Trump, or Trump sold it $450 million.
Yep. Not bad.
And that's the way that they're able to
pay for play.
Pay for play.
Yeah.
Right? They're able to value things really high, sell it, and they do the difference. And this is like the whole art grift. We can get into the art grift another day.
Totally.
How they use art in order to transfer money and how it's not taxable, and they keep them in containers offshore so they don't actually bring them in, so they don't have to pay tax on it. Like the whole network of art. But that's a different story. But this is them clearly admitting that they do this. And MBS, who is the ruler of Saudi Arabia, he is going to be in Washington, D.C. and at the White House tomorrow.
Ooh, interesting. So we know that art is a mechanism of paying for favors, right? And it makes sense. The pattern is quite clear, right? We saw, let's say, a couple examples, right? We saw Bush, right? Bush Jr., right after he was done with his 2 terms, he started painting, right? We saw some of his paintings. We have who I think is the front runner for the presidential candidacy in 2028, Hunter Biden. He's not painting, right? He's not painting, and his paintings are apparently worth millions of dollars. So this is a good way for them to move money around. Now, do I blame them in their internal chats for trying to, let's say, reduce tax liability? Brother, we're all trying to reduce tax liability. I think the bigger issue is, to whom are they paying and what is the purpose? That's the key.
Can we put on our official tinfoil hats?
Oh, are we
conspiracy hats? I wish we had a sound effect for this.
We should. We should have the
conspiracy like
X-Files
type of.
We should have that. We should totally have that.
Yeah, something will. We need to go into the mode.
Emotional, damn it.
The fuck was that? All right, we're back. We're back, guys. Welcome back to the Matt Kim podcast. We are putting on our tinfoil hats. Transition time.
Okay. What is your theory on the link between Trump, Epstein, and everything going on?
What is my theory?
Yeah.
It's like the theory of everything?
Yeah. Like your overall, your narrative, what do you see from maybe a high view? What is really going on here?
I think we should banish the Israelites. Like that. You want to put on tinfoil hat of what's going on with Trump, Epstein, and everything? It's the Israelites have a overburdening amount of power within the upper echelons of the elites, policymakers, and leaders of countries. And we're seeing, for example, in Mexico, Mr. Scheinbaum, the Jewish leader, people railing against that. And so I think that is the major meta of what's going on, is that we have these strings attached to all of our politicians, and the strings do not play to the American national anthem. What do you think?
I think that there was a time where Epstein and Trump were good friends. I think they were good friends, and as Trump were to rise to power and gain attention and gain political attention, that they had something happened where Trump's like, dude, I'm going to separate myself with you because you're there's a lot of bad things about you, and I want to go my own direction. And Epstein's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, we're kind of boys. I know shit about you. We're in this together. How you gonna leave me?
Oh.
And as Trump grows and he starts separating, Epstein's like, dude, I know where all the bodies buried. I know your secrets. I know the shit that you've done. I know how you make your money. I know how you manipulate your money. I know this shit. How dare you leave me behind? I'm going to burn you if you don't take care of me too.
Ooh.
And Trump's like, I'm in power now. And then Epstein goes. I think that Epstein had a lot of information on Trump, not necessarily or if anything to do with the trafficking of women. I don't know if that's there or not, but I don't think it matters. I think we're looking for the smoking gun connecting to him to kind of the girls, and that's the narrative.
I don't think that exists, honestly.
But the reality is we know that Trump as a businessman was a shady businessman. This is not a shock to anybody.
Nobody lost any breath over that one.
And Epstein, being in the circle and within the know, knew a lot of shit about how Trump operates. He was very threatening in his way and his rhetoric. Mm-hmm. You can see it in emails.
Oh, yeah.
That Epstein was mad. And anytime something happened with Trump, people say, hey, Epstein, did you see what he said? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, the guy's a liar. I can't believe he's saying this.
Right.
You see it over and over again. So Epstein was mad at Trump. He was almost ready to take Trump down with him. And at the moment where it felt like it was boiling up to a point where Epstein's like, dude, I'm going to burn it all down, he gets unalived.
I think I'm tracking with you now. Are you insinuating, potentially, Matt, that Trump is the mastermind behind the disappearance or deletion of Epstein?
I don't know if he's the mastermind, but I think the connection is there to a point where Epstein clearly said, I have all the dirt on Trump. He says it over and over again in the emails. I have all the dirt. And then as the narrative grows and Epstein starts getting a lot of attention and it seems like he's about to blow it all up, that's the moment.
Then Trump comes in and says, hey, I'm on the escalator up. I can't be having this. I can't be having this speed bump here. Right?
And we've seen that just take a step back and think about any time you've seen someone kind of go on the up or becomes famous, they always kind of disconnect themselves with their friends that are maybe controversial or the friends that are liability.
Yeah.
You've seen that in famous people and rich people and powerful people all throughout history.
Oh, yeah.
So this idea is not crazy that they were friends. And as he went up, it's like, dude, I just can't. Dude, you're going to ruin my reputation. There's too much heat on you. And because of that, Epstein gets pissed off. He gets upset. He's mad. He's clearly upset. He clearly has an animosity towards Trump in the emails. And it's known. And he tries to get close to Stevie B.
Yep.
We see Stevie B and Epstein clearly communicating about Trump often. And at that time, Steve Bannon was running Trump's campaign and he was his advisor.
Yeah.
So
I think you are directionally correct. Where I would disagree with you is the fact that Epstein and Trump were friends. I do not think Epstein had the capacity to make friends. I believe that Epstein was so truly spoiled, so truly ruined in his soul, that his primary mechanism of engagement was exactly what he does, which is, I become your friend, I find a way to find a hole in the chink in your armor, I find a way to compromise you so that I can play you. I think, and this would be where I differ in your thesis here, I think Trump was one of Epstein's targets Just like every other politician and potential mover, shaker, influencer. I think being the parasite that type of species is, that Epstein would be very much in line with that type of parasitic nature, that he would latch himself onto Trump, he would compromise him, probably with a Bill Clinton or a Bubba, and Trump now going over his skis saying, I moved on from you. I'm too good for you. I'm going to go for the presidency. Maybe you need to chill out, bro, because, you're in some nefarious shit and I can't be seen like that. I think that's what happens. I truly do not think Epstein had the capacity to actually have friends. Like, who could trust this man? He's got dirt on if he were to walk in here today, I'd say, no, sir, I don't want to talk to you. Where's the Ashton Kutcher punked camera? Like, no, I don't want to talk to you. You're a liability. Would you agree?
No.
Would you, if Epstein was alive and he walked in here, would you sit down would you talk with him so that people have the ability to take pictures of you and him talking? No way.
I think that assumes that they knew that Trump would one day get into politics and rise in politics.
They wrote about it in 1876 in the Baron Trump story. He's a time traveler. Didn't you know this?
Still got the hats on. Still gets the hats on. I think that there was. I think things are more simple. I think that Trump at that time was kind of this guy that liked to party.
He's a playboy.
Billionaire playboy, likes girls, likes models. Like, this is not a secret, right? And he had money. He could throw money around. He actually doesn't have anything like real business. All of it is like licensing his name and money comes in. And what they did was they grabbed a bunch of guys that liked to have fun, liked girls. They were just kind of, it's like when you like to party, you have your group of friends that like to party.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys aren't even that close.
Yeah, but it's the thing you do.
But that's like your crew of the people that you hang out with. Like, I used to have that crew, right? The people I hang out with all the time.
In college.
And I'm not even that close with them. We don't know much about each other, but we hung out all the time because we like to party together.
Fair enough.
I think they were just in the same circle of friends that partied together.
Fair enough.
And that Trump's like, no, like, we're not that close. I'm moving on. And I'm just like, dude, no, like, we're close. I was at the parties with you.
Yeah, and I
seen you do that thing.
Yeah, I saw you with Bill and Bubba.
I saw you, Bubba.
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what it is. I feel like you got the nail on the head. Could we live in a world, Matt, where all of the craziness of politics, brace yourself. Could we live in a world where all of the craziness of politics is just personal relationship issues?
Yeah.
Like, how fucked up would it be that we literally are ruled over by people who are having social spats with each other?
I mean, that's kind of
fucking losers.
That's kind of the one theory that I have, is that because reading these emails,
they're just humans.
They're just people.
I know. Stupid.
And they're rich and they're powerful, but they're just people.
Yes.
And in my mind, we have this narrative, like, there's this huge, like, network of people that are controlling everyone and doing all this, and it's so complex. And I'm reading these emails going, no, they're, like, actually not that smart. I don't know if they're capable of doing it to the degree. I think we give them maybe too much credit.
Fair enough.
Because we're like, oh yeah, they're like, there's this web of network of people and rich people, and it's calculated. Like, or maybe they're just a bunch of guys. And one guy got mad at another guy, and the whole shit just spiraled out of control. And now everyone's like, fuck. And they're like, all right, how do we stop this? Let's kill Epstein. That'll solve it.
Is that it?
And they did. And it went away for a good amount of years. Like, oh, it's just some crazy internet theory. And Trump, while he's getting elected, and, everyone's like, oh yeah, we're going to release the files. And he's like, yeah, we're going to do that. And even his kids, because if they knew, I don't think his kids would have been out there campaigning about how they're going to release the files. They actually probably didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't know that there were all these skeletons in the basket in the closet of all this corruption. That's really what it is.
So Trump was protecting his children from seeing him slobbering on a knob.
He goes out into the world, and now they're like, "Fuck! Now this is just a mess." Not only is it underage girls, and Megyn Kelly's like, "Oh yeah, they're only like 15. It's fine." I'm like, okay, thanks, Megyn.
All right, Jewess.
You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Freaking pervert.
What the hell was that, by the way?
I know, I saw that. I was like, whoa.
Megyn Kelly's like, oh yeah, it's not really pedophilia because they were like 15, so it's fine.
Is she reading the Talmud? Is that what she's doing?
I'm like, what are we saying?
I don't know. Okay, so I had an epiphany as I was sitting listening to you. And it was this South Park-esque type of epiphany. In that you and I have been part of cliques, groups. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about one that's relatively familiar and relatively recent in time. We used to hang out and drive Lambos together. There's a lot of guys that we hung out with that we frankly didn't really know well, but we always hung out with them.
Always.
We knew their name. Yes. We knew their car. We knew the specs of the car.
And maybe we see them once or twice a month.
Fair enough.
Maybe 3 times a month.
Fair enough. And so in that, you guys have that. You guys have groups like that, social groups where you don't really know Jerry, you don't really know Susie, you don't really know Sally, but they're always there, and you kind of say hi and you share a donut when you want to. These types of things. Now, if I get into a spat, and if I get in, let's say I dinged a Porsche GT3, car in the parking lot, and he gets all upset at me, and we get all mad at each other, this and that, rah rah rah. People are taking photos, and then the WeChat, the Telegram group channel blows up. Did you hear what Peter did? He hit the GT3 RS. Did you hear what Terry said? Terry's so pissed at him. And you think about this and you're like, okay, this is just a social spat between two individuals in a social group. The only difference between the social spat that I had with Terry and hitting his GT3 RS and Trump and Epstein is Trump and Epstein are on the big screen. Nobody's watching me and Terry because nobody gives a fuck about me and Terry. So the revelation that I had was Trump and Epstein are a bunch of retards.
Yep.
Just like us.
Just a bunch of retards.
Who got into a fucking spat because Trump sucked the D of Bubba. Epstein saw it and he was like, fuck, dude, why you gotta be like that, bro? And they were like, well, fuck. This is not some WeChat Telegram thing with a bunch of knuckleheads in Duluth, Georgia. It's on the big screen. My investors know in UAE. My fucking Abu Dhabi. Like, the Japanese prime minister knows. Fuck, we gotta kill him. That's it. They are no different from you and I. The only difference is they have more zeros behind their name and their bank account than you and I do.
And they have less reverence for human life.
Yes.
Because they're willing to off each other over a secret.
Yeah. What I ended up doing is just giving him $15,000 in cash for that GT3 RS. like that's how you finish it. But these guys are rolling big. That's it. That's the revelation. That's the revelation. They're just a bunch of REITs, just like us, doing their social spats live.
The pedo stuff around Epstein is bad. But what we see and what we saw over this last dump of files is how corrupt this top level and echelon of society really is. They have no regard for human life. They have no regard for laws. They communicate literally with reporters and Congress people in order to tell them what to say.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big deal. And they act with impunity.
And they are openly mocking you. They live by a different set of rules because even reading these files, I mean, it is corruption, fraud, lies. Like, and if any of this content was in your email, my email, your email, the FBI would be knocking at our door. Like, dude, what are you guys doing?
Well,
this is illegal.
I would be ashamed to, yeah, absolutely.
And there is no shame amongst any, they're only like, oh yeah, no, there's no pedo stuff. Okay, fine. There's no pedo stuff in this dump. Everything else you guys are doing in here is fucking illegal. No one even cares. No one's even addressing that.
We have proof positive evidence that Epstein. Let me ask you a question real quick. Did you and I vote for Epstein to make policy decisions for us? Oh, okay. Just wanted to clear the air so we have no misunderstanding. So we have Epstein who literally is telling legislators, politicians what to ask and say at Senate hearings.
Crazy.
Wait. Is no one upset about this?
Everyone is so busy looking for the smoking gun with the needle and a haystack that no one wants to focus on the other stuff, which is like, it's 99% just corruption. And
I wish I had an inroad to
Teal
text message
is
politics.
in there.
Yeah.
Teal is in there. Stevie B is in there. MBS is in there. Clinton is in there. Trump is in there. It's these people that literally rule society today. They're all over this, and no one like, oh no, like, oh, we're looking for the girls. Like, dude, great, look for the girls too.
Yes.
But can we focus on this other shit that we just got?
Yeah,
which is that they are fucking corrupt,
beyond corrupt. I don't know. I sometimes I feel like you and I get hyped about this because we actually care, and sometimes I feel like we're talking to an empty camera in which we don't know if people on the other side actually realize how bad it really is. Like, yes, please. Let's get retribution. Let's solve the cases. Let's take care of the victims, find the girls, let's give them peace. Fair enough. We all agree.
Fair.
However, they're influencing policy. He's non-elected. Who the fuck is he? He's a consultant, right? This. You know why they're not bringing it up? Because he's an Israelite.
You can't hate them enough. Trump says, "Do you have the first Trump post when the Epstein files dropped?"
Let's read it. As I said on Friday night aboard Air Force One on the fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files because we have nothing to hide. It's a Democrat hoax. Deflect from the great success of the Republican Party. Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, they were all in all of the Epstein files. Trillions of dollars of investment into America, a record. The rebuilding of our military, securing the boarding, deporting criminal illegal aliens, ending men's and women's sports, stopping transgender for everyone, and so much more. Nobody cared about Jeffrey Epstein when he was alive. And if the Democrats had anything, they would have released it before our landslide election victory. Some members of the Republican Party are being used, and we can't let that happen. It seems like...
Well, first, he called it a hoax. And then after calling it a hoax, it's like, all right, just kidding. Only the Democrats are on it. It's not a hoax, actually.
Yep, and here's the names. And we're building America greater again, and we're doing all these amazing things. So,
because Matt, there are trillions of dollars.
Matt, why are you all focused on this Epstein thing? Well, what's wrong with you?
Can we talk about trillions again? Because we talked about it last week, and it really started rubbing me the wrong way. That he just does trillions all over it. Dude,
what is
the difference between 1 trillion and 2 trillion is astronomical. The difference between 1 trillion and 3 trillion or 4 trillion is even crazier. You can't just say trillions like it's hundreds.
Like it means something. Yeah.
It's such a cop-out on a way to speak and talk, and I get it. He talks in really oversweeping generalities, but you can't throw around the word trillions like that.
You're not wrong.
Trillions is a ridiculous number.
It means nothing.
It's either 1 trillion or it's 2 trillion. Or it's 4 trillion, or it's 5 trillion. It's a lot. The difference between 1 and 2 trillion is a trillion. You can't just say trillions over and over again. It's like, oh, don't worry. Everything's good. We have trillions. What the fuck does that mean?
You know what he should say instead of trillions? He should
Gajillion?
He should just make up a word.
Dude.
He should just say, we're going bigly. Or, we're going big. Or we're going something. Because trillions doesn't mean anything. Like he should just say, we doing lots of big monies or something like this.
Do you remember during the Austin Powers where Dr. Evil's like, $1 million?
$1 million.
And they're like, no, like you should probably ask for more. You're talking about keeping the whole world hostage. Yeah. And he goes, okay. $100 billion. And it was a joke because 100 billion was so ridiculous.
Exactly. From the original. The gulf is so large, it's incalculable.
And then now he's saying trillions of dollars. What the hell is trillions? It's not a real number. How is the president of the United States just be like, look, everything is good because of trillions?
Yeah. It seems...
Anytime he says trillions, it really pisses me off at this point because it's like so insulting.
Is that your trigger word?
Yeah, it's the worst. Trillions.
I get it.
Trillions. Oh, we're going to collect trillions. Oh, we have trillions. We're going to give away trillions. We're going to spend trillions. What the fuck does trillions mean?
It is a word he uses to ensure that nobody knows how much money is ever actually sloshing around.
Trillions.
Trillions, apparently. So as long as he uses the word trillions, then we'll never know. I mean, what's the meme? How would they know? They'll never know.
Trillions.
How would they know?
Trillions.
They won't know.
Nothing pisses me off more than him saying trillions at this point.
How would they know?
And the White House tweeted out, oh, we saved trillions. We have investment of trillions. Dude, give us a real number.
You know what I want to know? I want to know who Bubba is.
You know who Bubba is. I know who Bubba is. The entire internet knows who Bubba is. And Bill Clinton is sitting and goes, fuck, I'm Bubba. You know what I mean? Like, everyone knows who Bubba is. What are we talking about here?
You could totally see Bill Clinton with Hillary in the kitchen, right, fucking around, and him sitting in that love seat, and he's watching the CNN, and he's like, fuck, man. That's me. Man, hey, Hillary, you remember that blowjob I got from Trump? They're finally talking about it.
And Hillary's going, I told you you're going to get caught, Bubba.
Yes. She's in the kitchen. She's like, Bill, you fucktard.
Bubba, I told you.
I told you, Bubba. Fuck.
It's another Bubba. It's another Bubba.
You know what?
It's another Bubba.
I can see Hillary in the kitchen turning around with that evil face of Satan.
And hold on. Can we just do a quick aside on that? Does it matter if that Bubba is Bill Clinton or not?
No.
It's still a guy.
Still a dude.
Still a dude.
Still fake and gay.
Still a dude.
Still a dude. I could totally see Hillary.
It's like his Obama moment.
Seriously. You know? It's his big mic. This is the moment, bro. I mean, I could see Hillary turning to him with these laser eyes of hatred and saying, Bubba, I told you, you fucking retard, not to let Trump suck you off. The fuck is now we have to get rid of this guy. We have to Arkansas him, just like everybody else in Arkansas.
Is there any reasonable explanation to say that Bubba in this context is not a man?
There is no reasonable explanation where that would be valid. I mean, look, if you and I got caught doing something really bad, right? And it included someone else that we cannot say. Mm-hmm. And someone I was going to go somewhere with this, but the point is that when someone says you sucked Bubba's dick, and then someone else says, no, it's not that Bubba.
And there's still a Bubba.
That's where I look at you and go, does it fucking matter? At this point, there's a Bubba.
So how does this reflect, or how does this impact this current presidency and administration?
Can I give you, let me lay it on you. I want it to impact. Because there's a 99% chance that it won't do shit. It'll just go under the rug like everything else. I would like Candace Owens to take this on. She will go the distance. She went all the way with Macron. She's going all the way with Charlie Kirk. Candace, please put your watchdogs, your sniffers, your hounds, your bloodhounds onto Bubba. Because the world wants to know.
Well, not necessarily Bubba, but the aftermath of the Epstein files, of more that will there. This is just one dump of many that are still in the internet.
Oh, there could be more Bubbas.
Will we get more files? Will we get more dumps? We don't know that. But the one we see, there is so much. I mean, if you started a YouTube series, by the way, if anyone's an aspiring YouTuber,
it's a great idea. I know where you're going.
If you took one piece of content or one email and you made a series breaking down each email, you could have unlimited content for the entire year and people would watch your show.
Yeah, you'd be like CoffeeZilla #2.
Yeah.
But even better because you'd be going through all the Epstein shit.
That could literally be its own podcast series, The Epstein Files.
The Israelites wouldn't let that get very far.
And that's just one dump. There are potentially unlimited more of these because you can see if they have these emails, they have more emails. If they have these text messages, they have more because it was not comprehensive.
Yeah, and that security paragraph at the bottom of your emails isn't going to save you.
Or is this a warning shot?
Oh,
hey, we're not going to put out anything overly incriminating. But we're going to prove that we have the goods. We're going to put it out there. And now the people that are at most risk, they're on full alert right now. I mean, enough so that you have meetings within the Situation Room.
Yeah.
It's a warning shot.
I think you're right. This is a warning shot.
I mean, there's 100% more files out there.
Oh yeah,
because
we have
these
not even,
emails.
We have not even begun to see.
No, this is a glimpse of what potential could be there, which is everyone is involved.
Can I get even more deep? Like, I still want to see Anthony Weiner shit.
Weiner.
Because apparently all 7 of the police officers who saw that laptop deleted themselves. I don't know. And I've watched the dark web. I've on the deep web. I have seen shit that I would never want anyone to see. Stuff that you can't unsee. So, but I have never seen something to the point where I would want to delete myself. So,
is Epstein is the entire Epstein hoax a distraction of what really needs to be looked at, which is Pizzagate?
Oh, that is the deeper.
Because that's the dark. That's even darker. Again, when Megyn Kelly says, "Oh, it's just girls that are 15 and 16," she's actually not wrong. The other side of it, the more insidious part of it, the darker, more evil side of it, is that within the same network of people, there are allegations that they were messing with kids that are 5, 6, 7.
And fortunately, you have a close friend by the name of BX who knows more about the realities of this than anybody else.
Yeah.
And you had a great conversation with her. For those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, check it out in the Matt Kim podcast. He had an amazing conversation with an amazing lady, like a short stack, who is essentially a one woman, let's just say, crusader that wants to help uncover all of the heinous acts that leaders, politicians, and influencers are doing to young people.
We need to get her back on, by the way.
We should. We really should, because shit has happened since the last time.
Yes. Yeah, including the FBI recognizing that 764 is a problem.
Bro, yeah. Big deal. All right. Now we're dark as hell. Welcome to Monday, guys.
There is... So Trump is going after people that won't let this Epstein thing go, that are on the Republican side. For example, he is going after heavily Marjorie Taylor Greene.
MTG.
And we've spoken about MTG a lot on this show. And
I like her. She's Georgia.
That's the thing, right? That if you're a congressperson, your job is to represent the people that elected you, not to represent the party. And Trump gets really upset, and a lot of the right gets really upset if a congressperson breaks from the party. But that's not their job. And if you go to northern Georgia, which is maybe a stone's throw away from where we are right now, the people in our district love Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is doing exactly what the people that voted for her want her to do.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Same thing with Thomas Massey. The people that voted for Thomas Massey want Thomas Massie to do exactly what he's doing. I think that's how politics should be.
Yeah.
That the Congress people that you represent you, not the party.
Yes.
But Trump went crazy on her over the weekend. I've never seen a president go after a congressperson like that before.
Yeah. Did you also see the very, very tasteless dig that he made at Massie with his remarrying? Like, bro, like when I read that, I was like, whoa, that's like, whoa, way too far, man. You're gonna knock on a guy's wife like that?
He totally knocked on a man's widow.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
That's like,
what did he say?
Thomas Massie, his wife died, and he got remarried a year and a half later.
Yeah.
And so Trump goes on this tweet and he says, "Oh, Thomas Massie moving on so soon," or something like that. It's like, bro, taste. Like, you've said some tasteless shit, Trump, but like, bro, don't knock on a man's wife.
Especially if you're a guy known for your infidelity, known for cheating, known for multiple wives.
It's funny how that,
like this is not a secret about Trump. No one elected Trump because he's like overly good with women, right? This is not a thing. We all looked past that in electing Trump, right?
You know, one could say that the relationship decisions that you make with women tells you a lot about the types of decisions you'll make as a leader.
I mean, Trump literally married a woman that was a model, that had no other than being a model, and she was like a nude model at one point.
Yeah.
Which you can find the pictures of.
I mean, there's nothing.
She was very pretty.
There's nothing wrong with the beautiful body.
Children with multiple women. For him to be like, oh, I can't believe Thomas Massie is getting married. Like, dude, like.
Pick another crusade. Like,
that was not the one. You know what I mean?
Like, we get upset when anybody tweets something stupid. But you hit a personal level when you tweet about someone's, like, especially dead wife, like, come, bro. Tasteless. That's where I had a moment there when I read that. I was like, dude, he totally sucked Bubba's dick. Like, this is something a guy that would suck a guy's dick named Bubba would do. Like, like, could you ever imagine me? Could you ever imagine me? Let's say
Schlob and Knob.
That reminds me of one of the first clips of our podcast years ago. Do you remember that clip?
No.
Do you remember that? I said something to the effect of like, I'm a fucking degenerate. I've done everything. Except suck a dick. Do you remember that? Shit's still true. I've done pretty much everything except suck a dick. But Trump, I don't think he can say that. I don't think he's on the same. I don't think he's on the same level as you and I. I think he's sunk below our level. He's slobbered on that knob. He's juggled the ball sack. He is golfed. Oh, God.
It's gonna be
I'm telling you, I want this to affect his presidency. You might say, "Oh, Peter, that's mean." What? I just had a revelation. Trump is a gay president.
Well, they're all gay.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Big Mike.
Every single one.
Fuck.
Every single one, bro. Every single one.
Even Bush, too.
Yeah.
Bush Sr.
Yep.
Dude, people don't. Have you ever gotten into the Bush Sr.'s wife, who's actually a man?
What?
Oh, Barbara Bush? Barbara's a man. Oh. Bro, look it up real quick. Barbara Bush, man. Like, are you serious? Dude, this has been a thing. Barbara Bush was a namja. Tall, burly man.
I mean, as big as Michelle?
Oh, no, Michelle's a linebacker.
She's a big man.
Like you know that picture with Michelle's back? You know when she's wearing that dress and she's got this linebacker back?
Huge.
Man, when I first saw that, kind of got aroused. Just fucking with you.
See you guys next week.